Esiva, this is Geolegible coming at you with another Destiny video, guys. Today I want to talk to you guys about this weapon right here, the Clever Dragon. The Clever Dragon, yes guys, it is a weapon that you're able to get in Iron Banner. And you guys don't know how many comments and how many questions I got when streaming today with Iron Banner. Laser, what is the god roll for the Clever Dragon? So that is what this video is going to be about. I'm going to tell you guys what I believe to be the best rolls. And not only what I believe, but what I consider to be the best rolls, not only based on numbers, but also based on stats. Now, this weapon is kind of interesting because there's certain weapons that you're like, say, this weapon needs these rolls to actually be very good, and no other rolls will do. You need to have this weapon with these specific rolls. Now, this weapon in particular needs not only needs certain rolls, but you can have multiple rolls that compensate the weapon to be very effective. So there's not a specific like god roll you can say this is the one you have to have, but there is a combination of multiple perks that you can equip on this weapon that will give you a very godly weapon. So let's go ahead and talk about these. Now before we get started, if you find these video helpful and informative, make sure you guys drop a comment and a like. Don't forget to hit that thumbs. And let's try to get 100 likes on the video. Don't forget, guys, to enroll for the giveaways. We are giving away a pre-carry headsets and also Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So don't forget, I will drop the links down below so you guys can go ahead and participate. So let's get back to the topic. Now, this is one of the weapons that you're able to get. The reason I'm showing you this weapon right here is because this is the one you're able to pick up from the vendor. You're able to pick it if you're doing Iron Banner this week and you don't get lucky and get a good roll. Definitely pick up the one from the vendor because it's actually very, very good. It's a very good weapon. It's missing a couple perks, but it's still a very decent weapon. So let's just go over what it has, and then after a little bit further in, I'm going to let you guys know which perks you guys should be looking for. So this one comes with Red Dot. These other sites are not important. It comes with Brace Frame, Perfect Balance, Snapshot, Quick Casket Mag, and Counterbalance. So as you see right here, we equip this one, it's going to give us a beautiful amount of stability. Even though we use Brace Frame, it still gives us more stability. Now, the middle tree is the one that's going to be one of your main concerns when picking up this weapon. Like I said, this weapon's actually pretty good, but this one is better. So here's what we're going to be talking about, what you guys could expect, and first things you guys should definitely check out if you guys get one to drop. We're going to go from each set of column and work around. So if you get one that drops and it does not have Red Dot, it's definitely not a good gun. The reason why Red Dot is so important is because Red Dot gives you the highest aim assist out of all the scopes. With this weapon, you're going to want to have high aim assist, so Red Dot is going to be your number one priority. The second tree has different abilities that it could roll with, as you guys saw in the first one I showed you. This one comes with Hammer Forge and Brace Frame. Now, my personal favorite one is Brace Frame. You are going to always be, the first thing you're going to be looking for when you get a roll is make sure you have Brace Frame. That is what I suggest. I'm going to give you guys another roll that also works if you don't get Brace Frame. So if you don't get a Brace Frame one, you're going to have a second option to, to say, okay, I could always fall back on that one. Why is Brace Frame so important? Brace Frame does two important things. As you guys see, if I remove Brace Frame, my stability goes down very, very exponentially. But if I equip Brace Frame, you see how much it pushes it up? You'll also notice a drop on the range on that as well. But we're going to talk a little bit about that further along the video. Now, why is Brace Frame so important? Is because with Brace Frame, you do not need any other type of stability perks like Counterbalance or Perfect Balance. Brace Frame will pretty much ride you with full, almost max stability without having a problem. The only perk you would be looking for with Brace Frame is something that might boost your range, because range is actually pretty important in this weapon. So, my suggestion, first you see a drop, check if it has Red Dot. Second, check if it has Brace Frame. Another point, a key point I want to point with Brace Frame is that it also drops down your magazine size, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that, about what perk works well with the low magazine size and why it's so effective. So Brace Frame would be one of the priority things you might want to look for, and I'll drop here or here. Just double check if it comes with Brace Frame. Now in the middle tree, there is a couple things that I want to go ahead and pinpoint that you could roll with. But my suggestion for everybody is make sure your middle tree drops with high caliber rounds. High caliber rounds is going to be your number one priority, because this is what separates this gun from the Grasp of Malak. So the Grasp of Malak is a very, very good one, very good weapon. It has a little bit better stats than the Clever Dragon, but the Clever Dragon is able to roll with high caliber rounds, as opposed to the Grasp of Malak, which doesn't roll with high caliber rounds. That is what separates this gun. If you're running laser, what the heck? Why is high caliber so important? High caliber rounds, remember, will increase the flinch on your opponent, making them stagger a little bit more. Plus, it also gives you +3 range and -5 handling. The -5 handling doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't really do that much of a difference. But that's a separate video. I could go ahead and break that down for you guys if you guys want me to do so. So once again, your middle tree, you're going to be looking for high caliber rounds. Now this is where it gets tricky in this third tree, because this one right here, it's going to be a combination of the second column and of the third column. Which one works best? So if you roll one with brace frame, then you're going to want to have glass half full. You're probably wondering, why is glass half full so important if it rolls with brace frame? Because what glass half full does, it gives you the bottom of half of your magazine causes additional damage. If you have a higher magazine size with glass half full, it means you're going to be taking less amounts of that, pretty much that bonus perk if you had a higher round. So for example, with this one right here, once I hit 12 shots in the magazine size, this is when this is going to kick in. Now, if I had 30, it's going to kick in when it's 15. So the faster I have this kicking in, the more damage I'm going to be outputting, as opposed to not having one with a brace frame. So brace frame gives me the ability to drop down my magazine size, and also the ability to prong my glass half full a lot quicker. So for this to be considered a god roll, like let's say if I wanted this one to be a god roll, the only thing I would missing is high caliber rounds. If this would have been brace frame, high caliber rounds, and glass half full, this would have been a godly weapon, and one that would be extremely amazing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not disappointed with quick draw, but still, that would have been the best roll for this particular weapon. So the question now becomes, is laser, what happens if I'm not able to get one with brace frame, but I'm able to get one similar to the one the vendor is selling, which is the ones that come with perfect balance and counterbalance? What am I looking forward here to actually make this better? So this is where, like I said, it's going to be all dependent upon what you roll. So if you roll one like this, as you guys see, if you equip perfect balance and counterbalance, or if you equipped any of these, brace frame still gives you more stability than all of these three equipped. But what's going to make this important is this tree right here, because if you're able to roll perfect balance on the first column, or if you're able to roll counterbalance on the third column, but you're able to roll the following, which is called a head seeker, then you are able to actually do a lot of damage. Because remember, Heat Seeker does body shots with this weapon increase precision damage for a short time. So not only are you going to be able to get that nice damage, but you're also going to get be able to go ahead, if you're missing because the stability is not so high like with brace frame, if you hit that body shot, you're still going to be able to output more damage for a shorter period of time. So if you get one that does not have brace frame, you're going to be looking for stability perks like counterbalance and perfect balance, and a middle tree of high caliber rounds. Like I said, the number one priority to roll in the Clever Dragon would be high caliber rounds, and then you could actually play with the rest of them, which is perfect balance and counterbalance. So if you do get one with no brace frame, you're going to be looking for counterbalance and perfect balance. With a third tree, either glass half full, head seeker, or rangefinder. Those are the ones you guys are going to be looking for when you guys go ahead and get that. Or you could even roll on what's called secret round, which gives you the fourth burst. But I personally prefer glass half full, head seeker, and rangefinder if you guys get one with a nice roll. So overall, in general, to cover everything in general, my perfect one and the one I would suggest would be the one I have actually equipped, which is this one right now. Sorry, which is this one right here. If you guys roll this, then you guys have a godly Clever Dragon, which is this one right here. Red dot, brace frame, second tree, high caliber rounds, and glass half full, or head seeker, Our rangefinder, I mean, you're probably going to want to go glass half full just because it's going to give you that ability. But if you have high caliber rounds, brace frame, and glass half full, to me, that is the perfect goal for a clever dragon. But once again, I want to reiterate the main purpose of getting a clever dragon and what makes a clever dragon better than the Grasp of Malik is the high caliber rounds. So if you get one without high caliber rounds, you might as well keep grinding until you get one to drop with high caliber rounds. I hope this video was helpful and informative. If it is, make sure you guys drop a comment and a like. Don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, make sure you keep it locked on this channel, and I will catch you guys on the next video.